Part of the Creative Play Summer of Writing workshop is about how to allow ourselves to be more creative by not taking it all so seriously all the time. And one of the best ways to do that is literally by playing and even allowing ourselves to be a bit silly. So, in the interest of that, I'm sending my students some silly things to do in advance, optional. And one of those is to make parchment. Not by skinning animals and drying them in the sun, just with a tea bag and some paper like you probably did when you were 10. Okay? So, what you need to make parchment is, the main bits are your paper and tea and optional salt. The candle's there for if you want to feel monastic at this moment, or alternatively you could feel piratical, so we've got some pirate chests as well, that's optional. This piece I'm going to paint with my tea bag plain. These two I'm going to crumple. This one I'm also going to put salt on. The tea paint is just a nice strong tea bag. This is Cornish tea that's been soaking in half a cup of hot water since this morning. It's nice and cool now. So these pieces of paper, yeah, this is the fun bit. Just crumple that up. All these little creases, oops, I tore it as well. All these little pieces are going to be where the tea sinks in a bit harder. Let's do this one without tearing it. The tearing is a sign of age, so that's fine. And those two will be crumpled. We'll get to those in a moment. This one is just going to be pristine and painted as is. So this is your little paintbrush. And make sure you're doing this on a surface like a kitchen counter that you don't mind getting covered in tea stains. Okay. And there we are, nice and soaked through. And trying to leave a few little dribbly drops because parchment isn't an evenly coloured surface, it's always got patches. So that's piece number one, nice and plain. Oh, there's some drippy bits there. Smell some fingertips. And now the first crumpled bit, this is the specially aged piece. So it gets our tea bag painting. Got to go slightly gently here or the tea bag might actually break. But for the last one we want that because I'm going to chuck tea leaves all over us as well, which I'm assured will give it a fetching effect. So you can see how all the creases are darkening a lot more with the tea. Let's get a bit, make sure that bit's all done. That's properly crumpled. That has been in a pirate's pocket for a very long time. Okay, tea bag, and final piece, crumpled, no tear. This is the one that's going to get the tea leaves and the salt. So wherever I sprinkle the tea leaves, there should be a darker stain, and wherever I sprinkle the salt, it should end up a little bit lighter because the salt will absorb the liquid in this tea. This one's going to be lovely. It is quite fun painting with a sloppy wet tea bag, I have to say. There we are. It looks like it's all nicely soaked. I think I crumpled that one a bit better than the other one. It's definitely got some variety going on. Make sure those aren't sticking there. They're not. Okay, now squeeze out that tea bag some. I'll squeeze out the rest in the cup, and now I'm going to rip open the tea bag. Sprinkle some tea leaves on. That should make some darker stains wherever that's touching the paper. And then, well, I still have to carry this to the conservatory, so that's going to be a delicate business. And then some salt. And wherever the salt goes, it should, you can see how the salt's already soaking up the tea. And now, I
remember to carry these incredibly carefully. Lift the paper very gently, because now that it's wet it's going to tear very easily, so you want to be super gentle with it. And now you're going to carry it to the conservatory.
Okay, so they just need to be somewhere where they can dry, where you're not going to trip on them, and they're not going to tea stain nice wooden floors anywhere. Mum said to put rocks on them to hold them down. I don't have any rocks, but I do, thanks to Mum, have slate coasters which don't have felt underneath. So this is just to hold the paper down so that it doesn't fly away, and it can dry in nice hot sun. It is very hot sun in here. I don't want this to affect the paper. I don't think it will, like that. And then that will stay in place. We can leave that there and come back when it's dry and see how our parchment has turned out. My vote's on that one at the moment.
So here are the 3 parchments. This one is the plainest one. It's a nice texture, but quite simple. In fact, the shadows are making it look more complex than it is. There you can see it. And then this one, that's the one that got the grains of salt and the tea leaves sprinkled over it. That's looking properly worn and wizardly. Ooh, look at it through the light there. That's gorgeous. And then this, our pirate one, because pirates tearing stuff, obviously. It's looking lovely. Not as densely textured as that wizardly one over there, but still pretty cool. I think both of these options are fun, and that one is more impressive than I thought. They feel all nice and crackly. Now, we need to try how they take ink. So, this one, the plainest one, this has to be the monastic one, obviously, so it gets the candle. And the monks, they're going to write with a fountain pen. I suspect the fountain pen is going to bleed. So, let's... What are the monks going to write? This is taken beautifully, not a bit of bleeding. That isn't bleeding at all, and it's not even scratchy on my fountain pen. So, monastic one, beautiful job with the fountain pen. Then, this one, the wizardly one, I forgot to give wizardly paraphernalia earlier, so that's my wizardly paraphernalia. I'm going to try a gel pen on this one, because I think the grittiness here, that might not go well with the fountain pen. So a wizard, I should probably try the fountain pen as well on it to be science. Let's see how my fountain pen copes. A potion for, oh no, that's working alright. Let's try the gel pen. Potion for thinking. Creative. Now I have to do a small F because small F's are lovely. Gel pen works brilliant. Okay, pirate sheet, nice and torn. Pirates, rough and ready. Blood red, very piratical. Let's see how this one goes. Treasure map. You might think that's a bit of an obvious thing for a pirate to write, but this pirate is in full confidence that their fellow pirates can't read. Treasure map for Spider Island. That Sharpie looks fantastic on the parchment, and in the interest of science, can my fountain pen cope with this one? Which pirate has written this? The secret property of layer, and that's taken quite well. It's not bleeding. My pen's not uncomfortable. Perfect. So all three of them like all kinds of pens. Woohoo! So here we have all the varieties and uses of our parchment. Whee!